the Indianapolis Colts. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Just a yard to go here on second down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Colts send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
On second down, Etienne once more. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. play action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught off a deflection. Not much there, only a yard.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, that they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throw left side complete. That's Coleman.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Quiddy Pay. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And the Colts pick it up.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative. Side a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talent, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. 20, 10. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Again, it's Lawrence. Wide open receiver, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive, because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A give, running right, Etienne. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Here's a give to ETN.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Got some room at the 30, and some room to maneuver. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
132 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Keep coming, baby. Keep coming. Keep on coming.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Yeah, we dominate.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run with Hines and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give right side. Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
play fake. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And his kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Lawrence will throw.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Quiddy Pay make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Charlie.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Hey, Wahoo! Go!
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Throwing after the interception, Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one winds up